Checking in.
Rick Wamsley pays the price with the Penguins' Zarley Zalapski colliding with him in the goal mouth.
And look at the head of steam he's got on Gary Suter. And here's the collision with Wamsley. And we thought for a while it might be the lower leg, but he was right down.
Calgary defenseman Gary Suter doesn't help by shoving Zalapski into his netminder.
Zalapski, short of his body.
Here's Bob Froese of the Rangers. And that was Chris King arriving at the same time. Watch King getting a bit of a hack from Michel Petit. And Bob Froese gets it right on the chin. Detroit's Greg Steffen goes down like a sack of potatoes thanks to Captain Kelly Kissio of the Rangers. Quebec's Mario Gosselin decides to come out of the net. That was his first mistake. The Canadians' Brian Scrudlin takes the pins out, and Gosselin goes up and over. One more look at it. Mario Gosselin almost becomes planted. Darren Pupa of the Buffalo Sabres and Mike McPhee of the Canadians, along with the goalpost.
Into the goalpost. And now Hogue will go to the penalty box, and Pupa has been injured.
Darren Pupa's left leg just cannot stand the pressure of the bigger Mike McPhee. Watch his left leg.
Pupa's down on his knees, and oh, wow.
Ouch. Talk about ouch. Doug Keynes goes back of the net. So does Bob Probert. So much for that unwritten rule, right, Doug? A little safer in the goal crease than it is back of the net. Let's watch the replay. There's Keynes. Here comes Probert. And there goes the helmet. Brian Hayward of the Montreal Canadiens finds out about the unwritten rule, too. That's Gord Donnelly. Now all Mr. Hayward wants to do is get out of there before they start fighting on top of him. Right from behind. Ouch. As more goaltenders venture from their crease, they find they get involved in the action a little bit more. Hello, Mr. Froese. Ron Hextall, though, has taken it upon himself to get even for every goalie that's ever been hit. This time it's Thomas Sandstrom of the Rangers.
Down that right side for the net is Troy Loney.
Troy Loney finds out what's going on in front of the net with a little friendly love tap from Ron Hextall. Ever since he arrived from the Brandon Wheat Kings, Hextall's picked up where Billy Smith left off. Greg Adams of the Washington Capitals gets a carving.
Adams gets sticked in behind the goal.
And this is by Hextall.
Hextall had that big goal stick out there swinging around as he tried to almost fend Adams off.
But is Myers giving Adams a penalty?
Not only has Ron Hextall won the Vezina Trophy and the Conn Smythe Trophy, he's also had over 100 minutes in penalties in each year since he's arrived in 1986.
Whacked that by Ron Hextall. That was trying to keep.
Actually 26 seconds. Krushelnyski to Huddy, his shot. Hextall to save. And Marty McSorley pushed at Hextall, and that will start something.
Here, now Hextall comes out to play the puck. It's just like a defenseman. McSorley just gives him a shove. And there's Hextall with
the most famous Hextall slash, Stanley Cup playoffs. Just ask Kent Nielsen.
Nielsen in front of the net.
Let me tell you what happened, Dan. Hextall made a save. The puck was loose around his pads, and Glenn Anderson swiped at the puck with his stick and missed the puck and hit Hextall. Did not hurt Hextall one bit, but it upset him. And he reacted and just saw the closest and first Oiler he could find and chopped him, and this is just a bad play.
Getting upset is something Ron Hextall does rather well.
The puck was loose. That doesn't hurt anybody. Now watch what he does with his stick. He's going to look around, and he sees Kent Nielsen and bang in the back of the legs. And that is just a bad play, and it's dreadful for a guy that is a great goaltender, has a lot of talent, has played very well all season long, and he's just blowing his image right here.
Take a look
That image wasn't enhanced in the 1988 Stanley Cup playoffs. This hit by Chris Chelios on Brian Propp early on in the series touched off the temper of Ron Hextall in the final game of the series.
And you have to wonder about
Ron Hextall decided to take it upon himself to get even with Chris Chelios.
Look at Hextall come out after Chelios. That was an intentional offside. It came out over the line.
A great goaltender, Ron Hextall, with a short fuse.
Charged out of the net. He looked at the clock and saw a minute and 37 seconds left. And just barreled after Chelios, who has been the target, of course, since earlier in the series when he hit Propp on the boards and into the glass. And he was out of the series for a little while.
Well, there's Samuelsson and Mats Naslund, two Swedish players, really, and Naslund making motion to Samuelsson, and he's upset. Boy, you got a bad scene on right now, Bob.
Chelios